All right, we're back, folks. Sorry about the wait. Checking out these bands here. There's Charizard Y, Sirfetch'd, Leafeon, Urshifu, Delphox, Blue Boy, Latino, Latios. That means mods like Psyduck and Blastoise are available. And they weren't first pick, so they're both going to go over to Oh My CC, the purple team. That is nuts. That is crazy work. They better play around it. LuneX might already doomed their team. But let's see what they got. We might be in for a surprise. That'd be crazy work if you lose with a Psyduck and a Blastoise on your team. These next picks better be OD. No other choice. Gotta happen. These next picks better be nuts. They just have to be that good. No choice. There is a Greninja, there is a Zacian. Those are good starts. They're powerful mons in their own right. Zacian can rip and secure objectives. Greninja can help out with that. Greninja is a part attacker, part speedster. Speaking of speedsters, we got two going over for LuneX. We got Darkrai and we got Absol. That Greninja's going to have to be on his toes, but he's going to be well supported with the Psyduck and Blastoise. Last pick going over here to CC. Let's see who they're going to finalize on. It might be Ceruledge. That is a very good choice. Oh, no, wait. Yep, Ceruledge. Excellent choice. A good brawler. And those speedsters are going to have a hard time. All right. The comp of LuneX is a bit fast and loose, I will admit. But they can make it work. They're going to have to really play as a team here. Teamwork is a must. Mistakes must be minimized if they want a chance here. Final preparations, about 15 seconds to go. We pray for no crashes. All these builds are in order. An interesting item choice over here for Greninja is the X Attack and the Energy Amp. This Greninja is going to be playing for his ult. Watch where you're standing, LuneX. Another interesting thing is, and I caught it last second, that Machamp has experience share in Floatstone. That tells me there's gonna be an invade. That screams invade. Let's see what happens. Let us see. All right, loading screen. Look at all these beautiful holo wares. Remember, these are holograms. These aren't actual clothes that they're wearing. That is very cost effective. But we pray for no crashes on the screen. Game crashes, that means you're running inferior hardware, and you deserve the scrutiny. Kicking off this game, bottom lane is got to be Squirtle himself, going down with Zacian. Greninja is going to be the jungler. Ceruledge and Psyduck heading to the top. But Chop, yep, you already know, on his way to invade. Darkrai's going to hold down top lane. Absol's going to be the jungler. At the bottom is going to be Mew and Umbreon. Let's take a look at this invade real quick. Oh, yeah. Give me that. Give me all that experience. This red buff is mine. This ball toy is mine. Get out of here. You don't belong here. Backup's not coming for you. No one's coming to save you. But Greninja has the advantage here. It is a ranged attacker. This Machomp's gonna have to go. He's already done a beautiful job. He's got a buff. He's level 3. He's slowing down that Greninja. That means that Absol should head his way to the top, honestly. They're gonna want to win this top lane. They're gonna want to gain some value back for this Machop, but looks like Absol's gonna head towards the bottom here. Let's see how this plays out. Seems like LuneX is more interested in slowing down the Zacian. Yep, Greninja got its level 5 and down goes Machop. Towards the bottom, however, Absol goes down. That wasn't in the script. Oh my CC holding it down. That is a massive solar beam. And a boosted from the Umbreon to take down Squirtle. Oh, hold on. This Mew's got some moves. But, fear, let's not drop our guard here. Machop is back. And is now a Machoke. Submission is online. Suplex City imminent. And with the suplex there, gonna get some slant chops in. Greninja is here. That is a Bubble Beam Psyduck. Good choice. There's a lot of basic attackers on his team. Each bubble, whatever Psyduck does a Bubble Beam, bubbles will land on the opponent. 3 of them to be exact. When all 3 of them pop and they get popped by basic attacks from anyone, then the opponent gets stunned for it. And as you can see, there's a lot of basic attackers on his team. Greninja, Zacian, Sarilage, to name a few. Those are the main ones. Suplex City's in effect. There it goes. Down goes Sarilage. Fighting a 1v3. Dangerous work here. Darkrai getting some experience here. Absol's level 8. Moving in on that Wartortle. Wartortle's forced to back up. Zacian left alone at bottom pad there. He's going to have to do a 2v1. If that's a 2v1 down there, that means there's going to be a 5v3 up here. Sarilage already starting. Umbreon getting the mean look. Damaging who it can. Holding down the pad all by itself. Support. Backup has arrived. Wartortle won't be able to get that score in, but down goes Umbreon. Massive ult from Absol. Couldn't catch a body. More people are here. There's a submission and suplex. And down it goes for Greninja. Darkrai securing the KO. Zacian is here. And it's gonna get cross-chopped. That is crazy work. A chop being the roamer that it is. Running in the back twack towards the enemy jungle. Time to leave. Nope. You're not going anywhere. No way. Guys, please. No. No. No, no, no. KO. There we go. Back to business. Sonic being very preoccupied by this Umbreon. Umbreon and Darkrai retreating back to the pad. Darkrai needs level 9 stab. There's a piece of farm up there, but he's actually going in. There's the disable from Psyduck. Increasing the cooldowns of Mons for the last move that they've used. Darkrai is level 9. He's moving in. Blastoise is getting KO'd by the Dark Pulse. Yep. Moving on up. There's the Phantom Force from the Sarilage. He doesn't want to get Darkrai ulted. Understandable. Oh, it baited it out. Mew ulting in. Darkrai did get his ult off. Will it get the KO? It just might. Yep, there it is. Sarilage goes down, but uh-oh, Darkrai's in trouble. Waiting for the Whack-A-Mole cooldown to show up. Oh, there it is. It is out of here. Nope, I lied. Greninja with the pickup. Psyduck maintaining wonderful vision for the cleanup. All right, a bit of a stalemate here. Both tier 1s are broken at the bottom. Score is 130 to 121. A fight's about to break out. Greninja can't get the Surf Secure, but it got a basic attack. There is the boosted. It has got to get out of there. There is a KO from Absol. Next on the chopping block is the Psyduck. It's passive activated. It can't defend itself. Blastoise is low. There it goes. That's like, ow, that's a crit. The back scratcher. Absol putting in work, but Zacian is here. It is running agility. Secure from the Sarilage. Not quite. Absol gets it. Sarilage taking Absol down. It's level 11. It's moving in. There's the suplex I wanted to see. There's the Absol. Wait, there's the Umbreon. I'm sorry. Going in. Zacian's in danger. Mew's kicking up the KO. There's the Surf. Darkrai has ulted. Greninja is its target. Nowhere to go. That's going to be a KO. There's a Dark Pulse. All right. Nature is healing. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who's that? Who's low over there? Oh, Umbreon was just close, just shy of the KO. Almost got that basic attack out. Greninja was one shot and escaped with its life. Absol handling this Regieleki all by itself. It definitely has the capacity to do so. No one is here. It is 2:55. Everyone's kind of getting ready for the final showdown here, but happening here at 2 minutes. It's going to be Groudon. Machamp getting a 40 bond in over at the top. Absol's almost level 14. Speaking of the devil, there it is. Getting KO'd here is bad. Oh no, there's gotta be a double. Yes, it is. Double KO for Absol. He would rather ult than die. I respect it. But he might live to regret that. Oh, Darkrai moving in. There's that Surf, but there's that Dark Pulse. He's slowed down, but he's gonna be out of the effective range. 15 seconds until Groudon fight appears. All right. 3 ults are missing over for Orange Team. Sonic gaining vision on his L Bush. Sees that Umbreon is right there, moving on up. Blastoise is all by itself, proccing the Umbreon passive. We got a target here. And can we bait out the Hydro Cannon? Not yet. Blastoise doesn't bite. More ults are available. Only Absol does not have its ult. Zacian doesn't have its ult either. It has also used it during that scuffle at the bottom. Oh, submission has been activated. Who's he gonna get? Now he's gonna get some damage on. He's gonna bounce. He's gonna get on out of there. Another suplex. Oh, he whiffed. Back to the drawing board. Another Solar Beam from Mew. Getting some good preliminary damage. Psyduck is by itself. That's a lot of damage. Psyduck has to ult to live. You want to use it for damage reduction, not to live. The balance has to be broken. Zacian's like, all right, enough of this. And then it's going to get ulted for its troubles. Another huge Solar Beam. There's a Hydro Typhoon. There's a Cerulege ult. Ults are beginning to fly. There's some Mew ults. There's a Solar Beam. It is vulnerable. Where's the Machamp ult? There it is. Oodah! Team wipe. And now it's time to rip. Machamp just getting the score in very early. I totally agree with it. This Groudon's all but theirs. There's going to be another one. Slow 50 is going to have to recalibrate that score to get the score speed. That is 200 points right there. This game is over. Game number 1 goes to LuneX. Darkrai getting another KO on Greninja when it wasn't looking. Whack-a-mole, save us. All right, exciting game 1. Let's check out these stats. Let's see this report card. Final score 130 to 160. Checking out the battle data. MVP is going to go to Radis. LuneX's own Radis, the Absol. 100 points scored, 7 KOs and 7 assists, 83 overall rating. Equally as good is the Darkrai. Both speedsters, balling out this game. Battle data reflects that, both at 64 and 66k damage dealt respectively. Good stuff there. Everyone else was just supporting the speedsters, and it worked out. Would you look at that? A team with Psyduck and Blastoise didn't win that game. They did do well. They just couldn't close out. Well, that just goes to show you that top picks aren't everything. You have to execute, and that's what LuneX did. Let's move on to game number 2. All right, we're going to take a small break as we get these information from the players. We just want to see who wants what. Stay tuned. We'll be back very briefly. Promise. All right, told you we'll be back soon. Both teams are almost ready. Kyo's going to be the map. LuneX is going to stick the first pick. And checking out the chat here as I live and breathe, we got Pokémon in the chat. Finally, she can talk now. Look at that. Waiting on the okay from LuneX, and then we can get this party started. Looks like they're going to be discussing bans. Actually, they just finished. Let's get started. All right, those speeds just kind of ran away with it. But what would be the bans here? What would be good bans for CC to pick? I'm not even sure. They got all the good picks, but it just wasn't enough. Those two speedsters kind of ran away with it. I guess they could ban Umbreon, they could ban Machamp. They were very good enablers for the team there. Those would make sense. Blastoise does make sense, don't get me wrong. LuneX has first pick, and they don't want to give him Blastoise. There is the Machamp ban, as I suspected. Let's see what else they got. Checking out the chat here. We're getting more people over here. We got Zoro here. We got a battle buddy. How you doing, man? Next ban is going to be Psyduck. Makes sense. They're not interested in picking the Psyduck, and they're not interested in giving it away. Last pick over here is going to be Sirfetch'd. All right, let's see this first pick in LuneX. AJ is going to choose carefully. Who will be the choice? Moltres is banned, by the way, so none of that. Everyone else is legal. Raditz will be taking away the Zacian this time around. Interesting choice. LuneX might be interested in Rip. This might be a Rip comp. That's kind of what Zacian just does. He comes in and just kills things. Pretty much. He comes in and just rips things to shreds. All right. Back at Purple Team, we're going to have Clefable. We're going to have Snorlax. Good picks. Good defender. Good support. Anti-Die for the gravity. Moonlight for the heals. We're going to have, ideally, a block Snorlax. A good Engage and Peeler. Good map control. Following this, we're going to have Mew. And looks like we're going to have Latios. We're going to have Miss Latina. Following that, we're going to have Eldegoss. So we're going to go for a double support composition over for CC. We're going to have to find out. I don't hate it, but they're going to need some serious firepower to deal with that team over there. I do like the Delphox. It's going to take some setup, though, and I love the Mimikyu pick. That is an excellent choice. You need to be able to wave in and out between those mons and, like, Mew and, like, Latios. Oh, Goodra's being picked this time around. That kind of complicates things for CC. You don't want to be fighting a Goodra. Leave that for the Delphox. Leave that for the Delphox. Accompanying Goodra is going to be Leafeon. Leafeon, I believe, was banned first game, and now it's going to be in effect. Leafeon ideally would make for a good jungler. He's going to scale very early and provide a lot of pressure available for whichever lane it chooses to gank, which is probably going to be top lane, where Zacian will be. Last pick is going to be Palmont, a brawler, all-arounder, go figure. It wants to fight forever, and it can. There's going to be a sentient punching bag, a.k.a. Goodra, but I don't think any kind of all-arounder wants to engage with that Goodra for any sort of amount of time. So, we'll see how things play out. All right. Final preparations are about 10 seconds left. Loading screen's about to happen here. We pray for no crashes. Absolutely deplorable. No crashes have happened yet for the games I've casted for, so hallelujah. About to hone in on this game. Everyone's loading in. Hope you guys are doing well at home. I'm doing great. This is Underdunk 77. This is round 3. One more round after this, and then we're gonna declare a champion. No top team to play against for the winners this time around. We couldn't get anyone this time, but we might get someone for next time. So keep an eye out. And if you and your team ever want to participate in Underdunk, we host this every week on Thursday. With that being said, let's get it started. Down at the bottom, Snorlax. Going with that Delphox. Jungler is going to be Palmont. Heading towards the top, it's going to be Clefable and Mimikyu. They'll be going off against Leafeon and Latios. Leafeon's going to be just getting stacks in early. Zacian will be the jungler for LuneX. Back at the bottom, they'll be going off against Mew and Goodra. Mew is a menace when it comes to Zaciers here. Major damage, down goes Snorlax already. Goodra's gonna get those scores in. He's gonna maybe score to preserve its life. He's gonna provide a lot of cover fire. Goodra's gonna go to the grass to heal here. Mew getting that Electro Ball ready, and just missed it there. Goodra actually got it. Never mind. 9-10 is available. Junglers are about done clearing their jungle. Let's see what they'll head towards. Snorlax is getting an objective. They're gonna hone in on that. Yep, that Delphox KO. KO's all ready for LuneX, 2 of them. We're gonna head to the top here. We're gonna take a look at this Palmon. Let's get active. Oh no, Leafeon, no! You gotta bail, son. Get out of there. Uh-oh, Zacian's coming here for the cleanup. You wanna fight my friends, I'll take this. You know what? Maybe I'll come back next time. You got it, big dog. I didn't mean to come here, but since I'm here, I'm actually gonna leave again. You got it. You're kind of scary right now. I don't want to fight you. You hurt too much. All right, LuneX getting the win of that scuffle. They got most of the experience. Latios is level 4. He's gonna start stacking these Dragon Pulse stacks, these Eon stacks. Back towards the bottom here. Mew just doing Mew things. That Delphox is not level 4 yet. They're getting squeezed out of experience. Zacian is here. Time is up. Time to pay the piper. Down goes Snorlax. Come here, Boro. Where do you think you're going? The party's just begun. This Goodra is level 7. It is scaling wonderfully right now. A level 7 Goodra before 7 minutes? Uh-oh. Bot side's gonna have a problem. We need a Delphox right now, and I mean right now. Snorlax getting the heavy slam secure. Good stuff. Siphon away some experience away from you. That's just necessary. We're gonna need another secure for this Delphox. We need to be level 5. We're gonna actually need to be level 6. A massive solar beam right there. Delphox is in danger. Over at the top. Greener's Pastures. Leafeon already has an ult, and it's gonna let it rip. Down goes Mimikyu. There's the missed ball. Yep. Zacian's going in. Metal Claws getting major damage. Latios getting the score in and is just stuck right there. That was weird. Zacian's gonna start ripping Regirock. Latios is spacing out. Gonna be able to get stacks on this Clefable here. That's a secure from Leafeon. Gonna get a score in. Almost level 8. Almost towards its ult. Towards the bottom, they are also doing well. They're pushing them way back. That Goodra was level 9. That Delphox is level 5. That's not good. Battle lane is losing pretty hard right here. All this farm's getting siphoned away from him. That was a too early heavy slam dive. Mew's gonna get another secure with E-Ball. Delphox is just gonna have to just let this one go. He can't compete with any farm here. That's unfortunate. Over at the top, Mimikyu's trying to make a play here. Attacking the Latios. She's gonna try to ult here. He's gonna get KO'd for that. Uh-oh. Leafeon's got an ult again, and it is lying in wait. Just waiting for them to try to score. Waiting very patiently. This might be a bait from the blue team. Yep, damage, ultimate, yep, Zacian's here right on time, slash! Coming in with the ult, proud Sacred Sword. Coming in, enhanced Middle Claw. There's Latias ult, it's gonna hit somebody, it's gonna hit Mimikyu. All right, the push is gonna fizzle out from LuneX, they're gonna back up. We finally got a Delphox, it's better late than never. That is a block, and there is, yep, that's 7%, that's a block. Grudra can fight them right now, it has an ult. Well, no, actually doesn't have an ult, but it's gonna have to back up here. It does have Dragon Balls for sustain. Palmont's diving in once again. That's the ultimate from Palmont. It's gonna punch that Grudra, and it's gonna take it down. Well, since Latias is here, it's going to be able to get some stacks in. It actually whiffed the Dragon Pulse. The iframes of the scores came in just in time. Zacian's here. Uh-oh, that's not good. Ooh, rolling a Hydro Pump from the Metronome for Clefable's ult. Saved its life. Only one pad has been broken. The score is 52 to 155 here. Still anyone's game. Snorlax is going to go down. The entire team is backed up far enough. Zacian's going to start ripping this Reggie Ice this time around. Unimpeded. CC's kind of just spinning their wheels here. Not competing for farm, not competing for the objective. They're just content with waiting. Snorlax is back. It's level 9. It might be time for an ult. There's the Delphox ultimate. Zacian might go down here. Yep, it goes down. Next is Latias. Almost. Yep, it goes down to the play rough. Gudra's holding it down. And can't do it all, though. It's going to go down to a double KO for Mimikyu. Time to score top. Wait, no, Zacian's here. Wait, there's the block. That's what you like to see. 50 points. Leafman's going to back cap at bottom, though. Mew's backing up towards its pad. Missing that secure on the ball toy. Leafeon is back. There's more farm at the bottom. It is currently 325. We're ever approaching the Kyogre fight. Scores 147 to 168. LuneX is kind of playing their lead here. They're not overextending. I like to see it. Uh-oh. Leafeon got stuffed by the Mimikyu ult. It's going to have to bail. There comes the ultimate from Palma. You're not going anywhere. Next is, yep, Gudra. More KOs here. There is the ultimate from Zacian taking down Delphox. Well, time for blue team to rip this objective. Time for Oh My CC to get this objective. E-ball secure. Almost. Wait, no, Latias gets it. Not what you want to see here. Slow it down with the missile. Get some. Uh-oh, that is a KO on Clefable. On Big Clef. The push continues. Reggie Lecky's going to walk down to T2 for CC here. Getting more stacks while it can. It's got a good number of stacks. I believe at least 75 here. That is E-ball for damage. Mimikyu his health is pretty low. All right. More stacks for Latias over at the top. It's time to rip. It's going to be a Regirock. No Registeel this time around in this game. But buffs are buffs. They're going to be able to take it. It is 5 seconds till Kyogre fight. That is level 13 for both Zacian and Leafeon. Ults are available. Snorlax creating some space, getting some vision here. All right. Both teams are in position. Latias doing some bush checking along with Mew. Gonna see a Solar Beam very shortly. Gudra's in past their ult, but she's on their side of the map. There is the Solar Beam. He caught a couple of bodies. Gudra's walking up. Zacian's playing top side, lying in wait. There is gonna be the heavy slam from Snorlax. Someone's overextended. It is the Mimikyu. He's gotta go, go, go. He's going, and gone. Player up from the Zacian. Time for the Delphox ult. It has whiffed. Delphox is in mortal danger, getting KO'd by Leafeon. Next on the chopping block will be Snorlax. He's gonna have to ult to preserve his life. Mew's in mortal danger himself. Down goes Mew from the clef. Zacian's like, all right, no more games. It's time to rip. Leafeon, back me up. Well, it won't be able to back him up, but Zayson's gonna get it. Oh man, major damage! Blocks LuneX trying to preserve its life. It's gonna get killed very short. You know it's gonna live. Blocks is gonna sustain it a little bit, getting that extra shield. LuneX is gonna have to really rely on that block, on that heavy slam secure. Oh no, Latina ult! Getting stuffed out. There is the heavy slam secure! Excellent! Latias trying to get the ult to go through the objective to get more damage. Getting stuffed out, getting bound, getting ulted by Mimikyu. Oh, my CC took the lead. 10 seconds remain. They got this unlocked, and another score goes in. Oh, my CC taking game number 2. Folks, we got a set. That's what we like to see here. We like to see competition. We like to see people compete for some objectives. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. Snorlax understood the assignment, waited patiently for that heavy slam secure. MVP, right now it's gonna fall to Palmont. 100 points scored, 5 KOs, 86, 87 overall rating. You know who else has an 87 overall rating? This Snorlax. He's the MVP in my heart. He got that secure. He made that game possible. Battle data over here. 89 came for the Palmont. He was the damage leader. It showed. Good stuff to LuneX. They were in firm control of the game overall, but they just couldn't close out. Mew died a little too early. He played a little too close, and they needed that Mew Solar Beam secure for that objective. Now, both teams are on game point. Let's see how game number 3 is going to break down. Gonna take a about short 1 minute break as we're gonna set up this final game of this round 3 pools. Stay tuned. All right, we're back and we're in business. The map is going to be Rayquaza. There's some degenerates in this game here. They want Rayquaza badly. LuneX is going to elect to take first pick. It is what it is. We're going to get started here. It has begun. This is the final game. Both opponents, both these teams, CC and LuneX, they have a 1 game apiece. This is the tiebreaker. Who's going to take this set? Who's going to take it? Who's going to get it? Press 1 if you want LuneX to win, and press 2 if you want CC to win. All right, bans once again. Usual culprits. The Champ, Umbreon, Delphox this time. Man, they did not vibe with that pick. Latios also gone, and Char Y, King of Detention, King of the ban list. Free Charizard Y, free him. All right. Bans are already done. Psyduck is available. Comrades. Psyduck is available. Interesting. Very, very interesting. And it wasn't even first pick. It was second. Well, LuneX has their own way of doing things, and so does CC. That's why teams are different. That's what makes things wonderful. Everyone values different things. Love to see it. All right. Well, there's going to be, well, there's no Psyduck this time around. Yeah, they think that mon's overrated. They have a strategy they're trying to go for. Psyduck's just not part of that division right now. They're going to have Mew and they're going to have Crustle on CC. On LuneX, it's going to be another repeat performance from Goodra. They just like that thing. You like what you like, man. Right on. Leafeon's back in effect as well. Probably going to run top lane once again. We're going to have Sableye this time around. There might be Invade in the near future. Or they're just going to stop the Leafeon from getting stats in top lane. Going to have to wait and see. There's going to be a Meowth as well. Double stacking here with a focus. This Meowth is a brawler. Uh-oh. I see an Urshifu and I see a support in Blissey. And a potion. Ah, that is a water bear if I've seen one. Running Dark Root too. Interesting choice. I haven't seen that yet on Urshifu. And final pick in Chels is going to be another speedster. It's going to be Talonflame. Huh. I guess Talonflame can kind of neutralize Leafeon a bit, kind of slow it down once Leafeon commits to an action. That's kind of, he can hit anybody, but that's the squishiest target on LuneX's team right now. All right, so, you know, all in all I see here are pretty squishy targets outside of the Crustle, but that can be circumvented with the level lead. LuneX's team is it's much more well-rounded. Granted, they don't have an attacker, but you don't always need that. You just have to have a consistent theme. The theme here, it's time to brawl. It's time to get in your face. It's time to fight. All right. Let's get dangerous here. We got some games. We got a game to win. Said both teams. There can only be one winner. Let's see who it is. You know the drill. Defender's going to head towards the bottom. It's going to be Crustle. Crustle and Mew's going to hold it down. Talonflame will be the jungler this time around. Meowth and Sableye are heading towards the top. Sableye is on an adventure, actually. Down to invade, but Chansey saw this coming. Urshifu is going to be the jungler here, getting the buffs as fast as it can. Towards the bottom is going to be Surfetched and Gudra. Trying to out-secure this Mew, that's going to be a tough order. E-ball secure? Yeah, almost, actually. No, actually, Crustle got it. Wait, whoa. Go getter, Crustle. What is, whoa, wait, hold on. Is this a score comp? Are we gonna shell smash Crustle? What's going on? Urshifu is now ready, heading towards the top here. Tansy getting some much needed vision. We gotta find this Sableye. He wants to stop me from playing. I won't have it. KO. Be gone. This fart can come later. I want the smoke. Nah, all right, you don't want to come here? Fine. We'll get the farm. It's fine. It's cool. Talonflame heading to the bottom here, trying to see what value it can get. It's not interested in fighting this Urshifu just yet. It wants to become a Talonflame. Urshifu's like, you know what? You can have my jungle. I can have yours. Gentlemen's. Gudra taking major damage here. That's a boosted Mew auto. All right, more damage here. Urshifu still jungle invading here. He's not done yet. Talonflame is back. He can't fight that thing right now. He's just gonna have to let it go. Over at the top, there was a fight breaking out. Yep, Leafeon is just getting the better of this Talonflame, at least right now. Sableye can't do much at the moment. Can't get that secure either. Towards the bottom here, we're gonna have Urshifu. That is, oh, Stealth Rock Crustle. What is this? Is that a Go-Getter Stealth Rock Crustle? These guys are experimenting. Well, this is Rayquaza. There is no center objective just yet at 8 minutes. There was just farm, and it's already been taken. It's 7:20. More farm is going to be taken. Mew gets to secure here. That is a score on both Crustle and Sableye. Crustle is out of here. It looks like CC wants to play for a lead, points-wise. All right, someone's gonna eat this ult. Not yet. The ult fizzles. Urshifu going in. Urshifu's healing up, getting that safeguard. Leafeon's gonna start ripping this Regieleki. Score is 127 to 130. It is very close. Regieleki secured is gonna walk down. Now, does LuneX fight for top or fight for bottom? Or do they try to get some farm? Looks like they're gonna want to try to do all of that. There's gonna be a split push. They're gonna comb through the jungle. They're gonna head towards bottom. Gudra's just ripping away at this objective all by itself, unimpeded. Almost level 9 here, getting universal experience. There's a Talonflame score. There is the Crustle score. Down goes bottom pad. Time to leave. Over at the top, Regieleki walks in. Time for some points. Get some stacks in. Yep. Recharge your ult. Yep. Look at that scoring animation. Pointing that leak up towards the sky triumphantly. All right, things are returning to neutral here. More farmers available. Surfetch is all over it. Over here, a fight is breaking out. Meowth's in the wrong place at the wrong time. Talonflame getting 2 points. It's gonna have to leave or suffer the consequences. Yep, go right through the wall, and we're out of here. But wait, we're not done yet. Leafeon is chasing towards the bottom. LuneX is preparing a score here. Massive overcap of 39 points. Score is 230 to 237. Sorry, 230 to 273. Apologies. Leafeon is waiting here like it's expecting somebody. He's in enemy lines though. Gets to secure on the objective. Sorry, on the piece of farm. Oh, Sableye about to get caught here. So this game is very even. It could go either way. Sableye trying to stop this Leafeon. Can't quite do it. Top pad's on his way to being broken. Regieleki was up top. Looks like they're gonna play for a win condition. They need 17 more points though. Back at the top. Leafeon has provided vision. A play's being made for Regieleki. Meowth has already started on it. Leafeon is there. It's time to ult. Mew ulted to survive. Chansey with the, Blissey with the secure. There's the Meowth ult. It's not good enough. Down goes Sableye as well. That is 3 people down. Crustle is just running away. It's about to be dealt with very shortly. There's the score. 7 and nope, it can't get that 23. Down goes Bliss. Urshifu's loft alone. Got a hyper combo finish the Sableye. Who do we got next? Urshifu's got a tall task, but it has the levels to kind of deal with this team. It is 2 levels over them. Looks like they're gonna let that one go. Win condition will not be online for this game, but they got some points out of it. Score is 270 to 292. Now, I will absolutely say, CC's been doing a wonderful job keeping up score-wise. This is anyone's game. This is very even. Another Leafeon ult. Get this score out of the way. Now, Regieleki might not come back in time, but there is no top pad. That means if enough points is generated for LuneX, they can circumvent that Rayquaza fight and just score on a home pad. That will be available to them. Leafeon getting the bottom Bs and now moving away to the center Bs. It's not 230 yet, so it won't disappear the normal way. Leafeon almost level 15, almost max level. Same with Urshifu, 2 level 14s. If a fight happens right now, they are primed to win it. There is Meowth. Gonna have to back up here, can't fight that. Actually, this is just gonna be a rough fight for CC in general. They don't have the levels for this. They're gonna have to let this go. Regieleki is on its way to being Rev. Talonflame with the secure. Too early. Mew gets a secure. Excellent. This might be the fight. Crustle getting taken. Whoa, wait, no. That's terrible. No. 3 were down from CC. It's time to rip, fellas. It's time to rip. It's now or never. Mew getting in position here. Talonflame getting in position. It goes to Leafeon. Secure right on time. And the hope fades away for CC. LuneX just has to score. Sableye's like, I gotta go back cap. I don't have a choice here. That back cap won't be enough though. That's the thing about the Rayquaza score shield. That score is almost guaranteed to go through. Very few mons can actually stop that score with the shield. Urshifu was one of them. Tyranitar is the other. Urshifu's on the team with the shield, and Tyranitar's just not here. That should be a wrap for game number 3. LuneX Gaming takes it. Surfetch is trying to get its score in, everyone's being rude. There's the Talonflame ult. This fight's just a formality. This Urshifu has been living forever. It is a potion, big rude Urshifu with a pocket Blissey. It's not going anywhere. Final score 58. Well, well, well. What do we have here? Final score 465. LuneX takes it with 958. A very convincing Game 3 win. Checking out the final battle data. Not enough chaos to go around for CC. They were underpowered there. Didn't have enough manpower. However, all the manpower goes to Leafeon here of LuneX. 361 points scored, 16 KOs, 3 assists, 87 overall rating. Excellent stuff here. Battle data. Oh! Urshifu, 130k. Excellent. Simply delicious. Magnificent. Need more for this round 4. I want to see more of that Urshifu. And we will